All right. Hello, Emily. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that we're finally getting to record this. We have dealt with a lot of barriers, technological, children, all of it. So,
All the good, all
all,
the good things.
yes. So, thank you so much for talking with me. I want to hear about you and this thing going on, or that thing going on, because I think it's so fun to talk to other women and hear how they're living their life with purpose. And because all of our lives look so different. And so please share with us what you've got going on.
Okay. Well, I have just been reading the news, and I feel like we're all reading the same thing, right? We're reading about protests and racism and a super heated presidential election coming up. And I'm just ready to talk about fun stuff. We're all humans. We all have something in common. And it's so easy to find problems with other people. It's easy to find problems around us, but I want to focus on solutions. Kind of feel like as a society, we focus on problems and then we look about how we can solve those problems. But what I am suggesting is a complete perspective change. We don't look for problems. Anybody can do that. Doesn't take an intelligent person. But as humans, we are intelligent and we possess the capacity to critically think. And so instead of looking for problems and finding solutions, I propose that we look for solutions and then expand those solutions. And if we have so many solutions and so many great things out there, they're just going to shrink all the negative things. I'm pretty sure it's science. I don't have a degree in science, but when good expands, negativity decreases, right? And that's the goal. I just want to find one way that everyone in the country, I have no political connection, I have no organizational connection, I'm simply a stay-at-home mom, and I want to make people happy, and I want to make everyone in the world happy, and I want to just change the world so that everyone can be happy.
I love it.
Okay, but I have a plan, and it's an active way. You know, you read a quote sometimes and you feel super motivated, or you watch a movie that was just, oh, I just want to be a better person, I want to be more. But then you get distracted because life happens, and life happens to everyone, of course. But the purpose of that thing going on is to have active steps towards actually leading a more positive life. It has no money involved. Anybody can do it. And it's simply just a matter of changing the way that you think. And if we can do that one time a day, then that one time a day you are happier. And every time you are looking and focusing on the positive, then for 1 second a day you are happier. And if we can add those seconds up to minutes, hours, days, weeks, we have just created an entire society that's happier and solution focused. And that is my goal.
That is amazing. I love it. So what's something fun that you've seen with that thing going on?
Well, people have been enjoying the conversation because there's two aspects. There's a live event going on Saturday, which I'm super excited for. And then also the conversation, which is just ongoing because it's all about learning how to converse. And when I say learning how to converse, that means that I speak to you and then you hear me. Doesn't that sound so simple? But it's not what happens. And I do it all the time. I find myself interrupting people. And then I have to consciously remember, no, I need to listen to what people are saying to me. And when I listen and actually take that information in, it makes me a better person, a more well-rounded person every single time. So why don't I do it more often? Why don't we all do it more often? Let's stop talking, and let's start listening and finding solutions.
I love that. Absolutely love that. It's so important to change the internal stuff before the external stuff can change. And so taking that perspective shift is just so important. And I love that. I know you say just a stay-at-home mom because we know that's an amazing job, but like you're doing this for fun. Like you said, there's like no political connections. There's no religious connections. Like you are doing this because it's in your heart and it's something that you're wanting to encourage people to think about. So I hope that when other women hear you doing this, that they get inspired and know that they can start this. They can start something similar to this. They can join with you and like make this movement really a big thing because it's such an amazing thing. When I saw that you had created, I was like, oh my gosh, I was super intrigued. And it's been so fun to kind of follow you on this. So thank you so much for sharing about it. Do you have any other like action steps you'd want someone to take? Like how can they find you if they wanted to be a part of this conversation or they wanted to do the event?
Yes. So on Facebook, I have a public page. So if people don't have Facebook, you can go to the business page, even though it's definitely not a business. Um, and it's called That Thing Going On. And then I also have a Facebook group, and that is That Thing Going On, the conversation. And that's the ongoing piece. And what I would, if anyone did want to be a part of this movement, that would be amazing, because that's the whole point. Because every time that we hold an event anywhere in the country, all we're doing is bringing a community together for something positive, because there's nothing else. There's no agenda behind it. It's simply just to get together with your community. So if anybody watching this wanted to host an event, please know that I am not that motivated. I love just staying home with my kids. I normally don't go out and about. So this is just, we're going to throw some beanbags around, maybe throw a Frisbee, and we're going to hang out with our neighbors, and it's going to be awesome. And I'm super excited. And I want everyone across the country to bring everyone in their communities together, get to know people, have fun, remember that we're all humans. We can all find something to share in common. And let's find some solution-based, expanding the positive, guys. Expanding, expanding, expanding. That's the whole point.
I love that. I love just your outlook on valuing people, valuing life, and that we can all come together despite our political beliefs, our religious beliefs, anything like that, that we can come together and want good and want to listen to each other. So thank you so much. I'm so glad I got to listen to you and hear what you had to say. And thank you so much for watching this recording, and I hope that if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Emily Geiger specifically. Thank you. Oh, sweet Pearl. Bye.